والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So inshallah we'll continue tonight with Surah Taha. We'll start inshallah from ayah number 38. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إذ أوحينا إلى أمك ما يوحى أن اقذفيه في التابوت فاقذفيه في اليم فليلقه اليم بالساهل يأخذه عدو لي وعدو له وألقيت عليك محبة مني ولتصنع على عيني إذ تمشي أختك فتقول هل أدلكم على من يكفله فرجعناك إلى أمك كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن وقتلت نفسا فنجيناك من الغم وفتناك فتونا فلبثت سنين في آل مدين ثم جئت على قدري يا موسى واصطنعتك لنفسي. Just to refresh your memory, so Surah Taha, in the beginning, Allah mentioned that the Quran came not to make you distressed, difficult, but right, litas'ad, to make you happy, right? Then Allah mentioned about it, Allah knows everything. Then we start story with Musa alayhi salam when we got lost in Egypt, in the desert, and he saw the bush, he saw the fire, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inni an Allah, I am Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked, what in your right hand? He said, it's my stick. I use for the lead, I use to lead the cattle, right? Then Allah asked him to throw the stick, and the stick becomes snake. And Allah asked him to put his hand on his armpit and come out the light, right? To start the miracle. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Musa alayhi salam to Fir'aun. Yeah. Then Musa make dua. Then I mentioned, describe the dua. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri, and so on and so on. Right? So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would like to remind Musa about his blessings that he gave to him. Right? He said, إِذْ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمِّكَ مَا يُوحَىٰ.
When we inspired your mother with that which we inspired. The favor mentioned first is that given to his mother, which any woman in her condition would have needed.
Subhanallah. إذ, the word إذ means remember. أوحينا, we, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inspire. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes give wahyu, or inspiration, to the prophets, sometimes to any human being, sometimes to animals. وَإِذْ أَوْحَى رَبُّكَ إِلَى النَّحْلِ, when Allah inspired the bee. Right? And here, Allah talked to Musa, hey Musa, I inspire your mother when you are a baby. Right? What was that Allah inspired to him? To her. Sorry. Okay, good. Now this is the inspiration. أن اقذفيه في التابوت فاقذفيه في اليم فليلقه اليم بالساهل يأخذه عدو لي وعدو له وألقيت عليك محبة مني ولتصنع على عيني.
Saying, put him, the child, into the tabut, a box or a case or a chest, and put it into the river Nile. Then the river shall cast it up on the bank, and there an enemy of mine and an enemy of his shall take him. And I endued you with love from me, in order that you may be brought up under my eye. We note here that the text describes rough and violent actions, a child being pushed into a wooden chest and the chest thrown into the river. Then the river cast the box and the child inside onto the shore. But what then? To whose care would this child be entrusted? The answer is, one who is an enemy to me and an enemy to him will pick him up. Verse 39. Amidst all this, Moses is also told, I lavished my love on you so that you may be reared under my watchful eye.
Right? So the first command is to put the baby in the box. In another ayah, Allah SWT asks him to nurse the baby. Right? So therefore, sometimes we read Quran, the story here cut off. It's not complete. The complete. So therefore, he said, why the Quran repeat the story? It's not repeated. Right? Here, he did not expect about the nursing. Right? About the news that Allah going to give her. He didn't mention here that Allah bring you back to you. Right? So therefore, sometimes you see the movie in Hollywood, they make people interesting. They want to ask questions. Right? Now, any human being, especially mother, when you have baby and somebody going to kill your baby because she saw that thousands of babies died already. The way the Fir'aun did is when the woman pregnant, she going to for the baby, the two soldiers there. Imagine that. Yeah, baby come out, boy, they took the boy like this in the front of the parent, cut off like this. Now, how to save the baby? Logically, not put in the box, right? No dangers. And then said, throw into the river or ocean. Now, when you put in the river, there's many possibilities, right? Could be rain, could be wind, wave, all these animals, right? Many things. But what Matala said, this baby will pick up by my enemy. Look at when Allah SWT when make a plan, Allah going to protect something beyond our imagination. So what happened in Gaza now? You look at the Dawah that what's going to do the Palestinian, right? The huge soldier coming. But Allah sometimes will play. Right? So the mother of Musa, because he notices expressed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because she felt comfortable. And she did everything. Put the baby in the box, and throw the ocean. Right? And then here very important he said, وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِنِّي. أَلْقَيْتُ means I throw. The word Quran, he didn't say we, I said I. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is honor. I, or Musa, I throw into your heart mahabbah, love. Allah. When Allah put love in somebody, nobody see you unless they fall in love. Right? This is the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect Musa alayhi salam. Right? So therefore, when the baby come close to the palace of Fir'aun, and Fir'aun's hostess, the woman was playing there. So they pick up the box. As soon pick up the baby. Suddenly everybody love this baby. And then in another surah, when Asia looked the baby, he said, Qurratu aynin li walak. This is the cool of eyes. Me and for you, Fir'aun. Fir'aun didn't see it. When Fir'aun see, remember that Fir'aun, in his mind, there's baby going to destroy his kingdom. But because Allah put love in Musa alayhi salam, even his great enemy suddenly fall in love. SubhanAllah. Right? So when Allah love you, Allah love somebody, Allah will make your enemy to serve you. Serve you. Right? وَلِتُسْنَى عَلَىٰ عَيْنِي. In order that you might be brought up under my watch, my eyes. So everything going to happen to Musa alayhi salam, from the baby right? Until Allah going to mention again what happened to him is by Allah's watching. Khalas, if Allah SWT with you, who against you, right? Subhanallah. Uh, because we're going to pray now in Masjid. كيف يفسر؟ Yeah, we have in Masjid to pray now, so inshallah we'll take break for prayer. Inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, Alhamdulillah, we just pray Asr and inshallah we'll continue. Uh, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now asks the mother of Musa alayhi salam, put Musa in the box, and Allah tell her that don't worry, my enemy will pick up the baby. And the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect the baby, he didn't say the soldier, he said the angel, no. Just put that love when everybody look Musa, subhanallah. You know, Fir'aun, even after all this, never ever tried to ask to kill Musa. Only in the end. Why is it? Still have love. Because Musa was grew up with him, and Allah put that. Right? This is very important. That because when Allah loves someone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask Jibril, Ya Jibril, I love such and such. And Jibril make an answer. Right? All the angels in the world did for him. And then he said, suddenly, people on the earth, you know, when they see you, that's something that I don't know. You don't know him, but you fall in love. Yeah. إذ تمشي أختك فتقول هل أدلكم على من يكفله فرجعناك إلى أمك كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن وقتلت نفسا فنجيناك من الغم وفتناك فتونا فلبست سنين في أهل مدين ثم جئت على قدر يا موسى. You are mute, Sam.
When your sister went and said, shall I show you one who will nurse him? So we restored you to your mother, that she might cool her eyes and she should not grieve. Then you did kill a man, but we saved you from great distress and tried you with a heavy trial. Then you stayed a number of years with the people of Midian. Then you came here according to the fixed term which I ordained for you, O Musa, Moses.
So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned again, you know, definitely this is past story. So remember Musa when your sister. So in this ayah, did not mention what's going on, where she walking. She's walking on the river there, right? But in Surah Al-Qasas, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that Musa's mother asked her sister to follow the box, right? And remember I mentioned that Allah asked Antardi'i to nurse the baby, to give milk. And there's many reasons for that. Right? One of the reasons, when the baby, the stomach full, what happens? Baby sleeping. If baby not sleeping, what happens? He will cry. So when baby in the box, the soldier will fall out. That was the baby, right? Subhanallah. Right? It tamshi ukhtuk, when your sister walking. Yeah, it means sister follow. Remember, this is palace, right? And she was waiting there. Okay, the baby now with Asia. Okay, now the baby woke up now. Okay, the first thing, the baby crying. Crying, that means what? He's hungry. Asia, she couldn't milk because Asia cannot have baby. So she made an announcement. Anybody can give milk to this baby or give a special gift. So the woman was lined up, include his sister, Musa's sister. Right? When Musa came, she's still young. So now Musa did not, want, to get the milk from any mother. She just cry. Why? Because Musa already have experience. This is not my mother. This is not my milk. Right? That's the reason. There's two reasons. Number one, so baby not cry. Number two, when the baby need now the milk, the baby already know which one the milk of his mother. Subhanallah. So he said, Hal adullukum ala man yakfulu. Would like to direct you that this woman can give milk to this baby. She didn't mention it's my mother, right? You know, very interesting. You know, look at how Allah make them blind. It could be suspicion. Fir'aun said, who's the baby? Yes, who's the mother? Investigate. Oh, from Bani Israel. This is it, right? Allah make it blind. It's because desperate on that time. Asia, the important thing, how to save the baby. Because she fall in love with the baby. Any mother. Subhanallah. That means Allah, not even one day. Musa returned to what they said, right? So, فَرَجَعْنَاكَ إِلَىٰ أُمِّكَ, right? And I return you to your mother. كَيْ تَقَرُّ عَيْنُهَا, to make her eyes cool. وَلَا تَحْزَنْ, not grief. So wait a minute. Cool the eyes, no grief, not for Musa, for his mother. So Allah mentioned to Musa because as a mother or father, they are happy when their children happy. It's the same also. Supposed to. Right? To make you happy because your mom happy. Right? And then Allah mentioned again. Allah bless it. وَقَتَلْتَ نَفْسًا. Remember, you kill somebody, you kill the Egyptian. Right? Of course, accidentally. And you were scared because you become wanted on the time. Scared somebody captured you, somebody killed you on the way, and many things. فَنَجَّيْنَاكَ, and we save you. We from distress. Right? فَلَبِثْتَ سِنِينَ فِي أَهْلِ مَدْيَنَ, and you stay in Madyan. So remember that Musa ran, he didn't know where we go. He asked Allah, and he ended the city of Madyan. He found the two women, and then they married of one of them. And then Musa get the green card there. Musa stayed there, remember? And Musa worked there for 10 years, right? And then Musa missed his mother, his brother, so he went back to Egypt, right? And then he got lost. There's no GPS. Where to do now? Now Allah suddenly said, maybe I will find there. In that fire, somebody can direct us, right? And said, oh, guidance. Subhanallah. He said guidance to guide us. He want guidance physically, but Allah gave the real guidance. He became prophet. You know that? Yeah. Then Allah said, ثُمَّ جِئْتَ عَلَى قَدَرِي يَا مُوسَى, and you came on the right time, exactly according to the plan. Subhanallah, it's very, very powerful. You came now according to my plan. You know, if you go back, it means if Musa was not put in the book, right? Not picked up by Fir'aun and brought up in the palace, right? If Musa did not kill that person, and Musa did not marry that girl, and Musa didn't get lost, right? All this happened. If not all this, Musa will not be like Musa. So everything happened what? According to Allah's plan, right? Her mother was worried. You know what happened to the mother after that? You know, because the mother does the baby, alhamdulillah, Musa, right? So the mother said, I have another baby. Who's the other baby? Harun. So I cannot stay in palace. Subhanallah. So now she brought Musa to her house a few days and brought him back. Subhanallah. Reunited again. Subhanallah. Just not sergeant, the angel or the soldiers, just put that love in the heart of both of them. Allah. وَاصْطَنَعْتُكَ لِنَفْسِي,
I have specially prepared you for myself. Thus Moses was trained and prepared so as to be completely devoted to God's message and to serving his cause. He was purged of all the temptations of this worldly life so as to be purely dedicated to the task God appointed for him. All that had passed in his life was part of his training to fulfill the mission that was about to be entrusted to him. Here, God tells him that neither himself, nor his family, nor anyone else had any claim on his time or services. He was chosen by God for whatever God wanted him to do.
Allah wastona'tuka. I have specially prepared for you. It's very powerful word. That means all the prophets did not know they're going to become prophets. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make preparation. So therefore, when you look at Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appointed him to be prophet after 40 years? Right? To gain the trust, confidence with the people. People know him very well. Right? And then he was established good. You know, he get married. Yeah, you know, he's above the what you call the middle class. Have money, have house, have wife, right? Respected, everything there. If you just want to live prosperity, just live like this. But he was always thinking about what's going on in his community, where people are worshiping all types of gods, the wood, the statue, right? When people divide into the have-nots. So Musa alayhi salam, Allah SWT prepare him with three things. Number one, Allah SWT lets like some tree rock talk to him. Imagine you are walking on the street. Assalamu alaikum. There's nobody there. Right? There was tree talking. The rock talking. Because you're going to talk with Jibril. That means different entity. Second one, Allah give him dreams. And then the next day become reality. Khadijah said something. Rasulullah said, you know, Khadijah, I had a dream that your uncle came and he brought this and this. The next day, yes, her uncle came. What's number three? He liked to be alone, far away from people. So he went to the cave. In that cave, Jabal Nur, he can see Makkah. Like, they call meditation, the 40. But on that time, there's no salat, no fasting, right? Yeah, what his worship just reflects how to change these people, right? And to do that, you have to be far away from people. The Arabic called khulwa. So sometimes you need khulwa to be far away from your cell phone, from Facebook, Instagram, and you are alone with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him that revelation. Right? So Musa now under Allah watch. Okay? So he's 40 years old. He's Allah going to give him mission. اذهب أنت وأخوك بآياتي ولا تنيا في ذكري.
Go, you and your brother. Excuse me. Go, you and your brother, with my signs, and do not slacken in my remembrance. Having made this very clear to Moses, God gives him his first instructions.
So Musa knows mature enough. Yeah, Allah give him miracles, you know, give him many things. And remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about this blessing gift to him. Musa, now is the time to do your work. Idhab, go, you and your brother, with my sign, the miracle, the stick, and the light come, right? But during your job, don't forget me. This is very important. Do not slacken in my remembrance. That means do not lazy. Remember Allah SWT asked Musa, Ya Allah, can you make Harun to my partner? What for? كَيْ نُسَبِّحَكَ كَثِيرًا. So we can make tasbih together. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah. This is very important. So therefore, why? In our religion, in any action, there is remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What do you say before Eid? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. After Eid, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. You leave the house, Bismillah. Tawakkaltu ala Allah wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. You know, when you leave the house, you say that, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah. I put my trust in Allah. Wa la hawla wa la quwwata. Right? There is no power, no might, but with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The angel will make dua. Hudita wa wukita wa ufita. You are guided, you are protected. And shaitan will run. Who can harm these people? It's under Allah protection. Right? And then dua when you visit the city, the market, dua before you sleep, wake up you sleep, everything will connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So now Musa alayhi salam continue dawah in the way, in the sleep, or don't forget to remember me. Because as long as you remember me, khalas. Right? اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى.
Go, both of you, to Pharaoh. Verily, he has transgressed all bounds in disbelief and disobedience, and behaved as an arrogant and as a tyrant. Moses is told to go with his brother Aaron, equipped with the signs God has given them. He has seen two of these in the transformation affecting his staff and his hand. They are told not to slacken in remembering Allah, God, for such remembrance is the best equipment and support they can have.
اذهبا. Now Allah Ta'ala give both instruction, both of you. Musa and Harun. Remember that Allah Musa asked Harun, that Harun more what you call eloquent in speech, more good looking. Harun. Musa also have temper. And you're going to talk with who? A tyrant, the killers of babies. Right? No mercy. This is not easy test. Right? And Musa, he know that. Everybody know him. Because Musa grew up where? In the palace. You know, in Pharaoh palace, there's education. The elite people, they study there. So Musa have knowledge. Right? So he read. Remember that? Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Of course, Pharaoh palace, he said have about 10 doors to go to meet Pharaoh. He could have said to security, hey, open for me. He said, who are you? Right? He said, Musa just said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the doors open. 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 10 doors are open. No, he is face to face with Pharaoh. What? Right? Pharaoh shocked. He's wanted. Where's my security? How this man suddenly, with his brother, in front of me? Subhanallah. But Musa is a human being. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to go, what Musa said? وَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ أَوْ يَخْشَى.
And speak to him with gentle speech, that perhaps he may be reminded or fear Allah. As Moses is directed to go to Pharaoh, he is told that Pharaoh has transgressed all bounds and resorted to tyranny and oppression. Nevertheless, his instruction is that he and his brother are to speak to him mildly. Verse 44. Mild and gentle words which do not trigger a hardening of attitude or insolence and arrogance, which is commonly adopted by tyrants, may yet reawaken Pharaoh's heart and alert him to the consequences of his action.
This is very interesting surah. Allah asked Musa to talk to who? A tyrant, a killer, the one who said, Ana Rabbukum al-A'la. I am the Lord of the highest. Hassan Basri said, Subhanallah, if this Allah mercy to the one said, Ana Rabbukum al-A'la, imagine the one who says, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Yeah, Allah is so kind to the one who claimed, I am the Supreme God. How Allah kindness to the one said, no, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Right? Allah. This is also very important for us. You know, one day a man was talking to the Khalifa with harsh word. Khalifa said, wait a minute. Can I ask a question? Yeah, what? Which one is better, you or Musa? Of course, Musa, man. He's Ulul Azmi, Kalimullah. Okay. And which one is worse, me or Fir'aun? Of course, Fir'aun. I said, look, Allah asked Musa, who better than you, to talk to the one that worse than me. He said, be gentle. Subhanallah. Yeah, yeah. So, sister or brother, you know, if your wife talk like rudely, so hey, I'm not Fir'aun. Even Fir'aun talks softly. And then, yeah, Allah. And it's very important, you know. Mus'ab bin Umair, you know, he was successful making dawah in Medina. Before Rasulullah come to Medina, almost people of Medina become Muslim. Why? Because Mus'ab used this way, gentle. You know, when people start coming to Islam, one of the leader of the Usayd, of the, what you call, tribe of Aus in Medina was got angry. He took the sword. Where's Mus'ab? Where's Osman? You know, destroy my people. And then he came, Musa stood up. I am Musa. You? You know, wait. You know, look, just sit down. Let me talk. If you don't like what I say, I will leave Medina. I leave Yathrib. Okay, sit down. So Musa talked softly about Islam, subhanAllah. And the man said, this Islam, of course, he's the leader of the people. He not become Muslim with gentleness. Subhanallah. A man was just become Muslim, took Shahada and he joined Salah. When he was praying, somebody sneezed. And he said, Yarhamukallah. When you pray, you cannot talk, right? So the Sahaba want to remind him, like, so Sahaba like this, something like this, right? So man, look, what's bro? So he's talking again. What's wrong with me? Something like that. Sahaba have like this. And now he realized, man, oh, man, I made a mistake. I'm not supposed to talk when I'm praying. So he didn't know. You know, it's happened also now. One day somebody become Muslim, during Ramadan, he joined Salat. When you going to make ruku, his phone ringing. You know, he picked up the phone. I'm praying, I call you back. So now this Sahabi, who just become Muslim, he was scared. If all these people was stare at me, imagine the leader. But after pray, he said, I never see a teacher better than Muhammad Sallallahu. He didn't stare at me, he didn't yell, he just smiling at me. I sit down and he said, he just softly, you know, in Salat, you cannot have communication, right? Only he can say tasbih or tahmid, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, right? So therefore, what you have to do when somebody, you pray, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, right? Aisha said, Rasulullah something just like this, right? Because he said, wa alaikum salam, let's make your salam. But something, you know, when you are pray, somebody try to cross you, what you have to do? Put your hand like this, right? When I was in Olympia, there was Egyptian. He prayed close to the toilet. Somebody passed by, he said like this, right? The Egyptian, hello. He was praying. He thought it was sick in the Allah. You know it. So anyway, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, what you call, he said, what the reason softly? You know, because said, لعله maybe, right? يتذكر, maybe reminder or fear. Even he's, remember he was tired. And then you talk harshly, خلاص, finish. But by talk softly, that will be reminder. Because in the hadith said, softness or gentleness, right? You put in anything will be beautified. But the word layinan, very interesting. Layinan means soft constantly. Because maybe you was talking to somebody, you was soft, but then you have emotion and you blew up, you get angry. No, until the end. And it's happened to some Muslims sometimes. They forget, right? Yeah. تذكروا أو يخشى. Like, remember that a Bedouin, did you know the etiquette? He came to masjid, stood up in the corner, and you ran in. Imagine somebody ran into the masjid. What you do? Everybody stood up. What? Hey, it's masjid. Someone said, shh. He said, do not interrupt him. Go down. Everybody was, man. So the Bedouin, he looked like this. He can see people was like going to jump at him. And he saw Muhammad like this. So after finish, he asked Umar to bring water and pour it. And Rasul approached him. He said, man, this is like, in our language, not restroom, not toilet, right? This is mosque. And he said, who are you? He said, I am Rasulullah. He made dua. I said, Allahumma arham Muhammad, Allahumma arhamni, warham Muhammad, wala tarham ahada. Allah shower your mercy to me and to Muhammad. Don't give your mercy to anybody. Rasulullah was laughing. Why you narrow the mercy for Allah? Said, Ashhadu Allah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasul. And become Muslim. Now, imagine if Rasulullah let the Sahaba beat him up. Number one, he's going to run. So the urine everywhere. Number two, if he stop, he will be sick. And the last thing, become Muslim. Allah, look at gentleness, can change everything. Right? يتذكر أو يخشى. This is very important. يخشى. يخشى means fear. Fear, not like fear lion, like fear. Yakhsha, the greatness, Allah, this yakhsha. Sometimes you see a new technology or something that amazes you. Wow, who made that, right? That's khashya. So therefore, why Rasulullah in his dua, Allah maksim alayna min khashyatika. Allah give us some of the khashya. Because the Quran will not affect us unless you have this kind of fear. Right? قال ربنا إننا نخاف أن يفرط علينا أو أن يطغى.
They said, our Lord, verily, we fear lest he should hasten to punish us, or lest he should transgress all bounds against us. So far, we have discussed what Moses was told when God addressed him directly, alone in the desert. The surah then takes us across time and place, covering an indeterminable period of time and distance, to show us both Moses and Aaron expressing their concerns to their Lord about their forthcoming confrontation with Pharaoh.
Yeah. Ya Allah, Fir'aun, Ya Allah. So we are scared. And yafrut, the word yafrut in Arabic, there's two meanings. Yafrut means, he hastened. Then even maybe just look at me because I'm wanted. Just see me, the Harun, they went to behead. Right? People maybe ask question, why a prophet scared? He's prophet. Yeah. Scare is nature of human being. Allah put in our heart scare. So that means when you are scared, they're going to go where? You're going to depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We'll ask protection. Right? So scare is nature. Rasulullah SAW in Battle of Badr, he was scared. He will defeat it. Right? Right? But when you scare Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more, then they will overcome. There's a man by the name Amir bin Abdullah. When he went to Africa, Migdal, this river, Sahaba was thirsty, but there's a lion there. Lion would sit down like this. I was hiding. Amir bin Abdullah, he just walking. Take the water. Hi, lion. He came back. Man, you're not scared, lion. I said, lion is makhluk. Allah creation. I just make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another one, his name was Tawus. He was praying, and a lion came. All the students ran. He just continued pray. Assalamu alaikum. Lion was there. And he said, Tawus said to lion, talk to him. Hey, you makhluk, I'm makhluk. If you come here, you want to eat me, eat. If not, don't bother me. The lion will. Right? When you fear Allah, everything fear you. I know. Right? So what Allah said to Musa, وَلَا لَا تَخَافَا إِنَّنِي مَعَكُمَا أَسْمَعُ وَأَرَى.
He, Allah, said, fear not. Verily, I am with you both, hearing and seeing. At this point, they receives God's decisive answer, which leaves no room for fear or worry. Answered he, have no fear, I shall be with you. I hear all and see all. Verse 46. Thus, God Almighty, who has power over all creatures and who creates the heavens, the universe, and all creatures in it, using nothing more than his will to bring them into existence, tells them that he is with them. This should have been sufficient, but God adds to this what increases the certainty of help.
Don't worry, Musa. But it's not only for Musa. When you do da'wah, innani ma'akuma, I am with you. I hear you. So therefore, very interesting when Muhammad sallallahu he come back from Taif, he was bleeding, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he invite him to the heaven in Surah Isra. But in the end, he said, Inna Allah sami'un basir. Allah hear, and Muhammad, I hear whatever. I watch you. Right? Now we have the people in Gaza. You know, I mentioned many times that a lot of American, European journalists who went to Gaza, they was amazed. How many American journalists become Muslim? Just visiting the Gaza right there. Because said, I never see people live under the siege. You know, they blockade the air, the land, the sea. They are a big president. But they are happy. They're not scared. Right? And also they are what you call, they love the guests. They give good hospitality. They have simple house, but they insist to invite me. While in New York City, in London, a lot of people commit suicide, a lot of people stressed and distressed and crazy, and they have everything. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the meaning. Right? So never lost hope. Allah said to the Gazan people, Innani asma'u wa ara. I hear and I see. So I believe this to be some miracle will come. Right? فَأْتِيَهُ فَقُولَا إِنَّا رَسُولَ رَبِّكَ فَأَرْسِلْ مَعَنَا بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ وَلَا تُعَذِّبْهُمْ قَدْ جِئْنَاكَ بِآيَةٍ مِّن رَّبِّكَ وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَى مَنِ اتَّبَعَ الْهُدَى.
So Go you both to him and say, Verily, we are messengers of your Lord. So let the children of Israel go with us and torment them not. Indeed, we have come with a sign from your Lord, and peace will be upon him who follows the guidance. It might be that when he had listened to this, that he would respond to the greeting of peace and accept God's guidance.
So Allah SWT guarantee them. Don't worry, Musa, Harun, I'll be with you. I hear you, I watch you. Right? And tell Fir'aun, right? He said, Inna we Rasula to messenger Rabbik, your Lord. Because Fir'aun, until that time, that I'm Lord. Allah said, you're Lord. Right? Subhanallah. I said, hey, bring our people with me. Don't punish them. That means you are punished always. قَدْ جِئْنَاكَ I brought you بِآيَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكَ I brought you the sign for you, Lord. Because Fir'aun asked, what were your sign? He threw a stick, it becomes snake. He put like this, come on fire. Right? He said, this is from your Lord. Right? But then he said, you go to hellfire. No. وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَى مَنِ اتَّبَعَ الْهُدَى And peace will be upon him who follow the guidance. Even you, I know what you did, but you accept this guidance, you'll live in peace. You want to live in peace? Just follow this guidance. Right? Inna qad uhiya ilayna anna al-adhaba ala man kazzaba wa tawalla.
Indeed, it has been revealed to us that the punishment will be upon whoever denies and turns away. We see here how God gave Moses and Aaron reassurance and showed them the way to follow. He indeed outlined a course for them so that they would approach their task with peace, reassurance, and clear guidance. At this point, the curtains are drawn only to rise again when we see Moses and Aaron in confrontation with the tyrant.
Yeah. So in the beginning, Musa said, okay, wassalam. If you follow, I will be peace. But if not, look at this. Allah revealed to us the punishment, the one who belie and turn away. That means you, Fir'aun, claim God, you don't follow this, you'll be in trouble. Right? Yeah. So inshallah, next week, we will see what will be Fir'aun's response to them. Yeah? And before we close, inshallah, I would like just to little bit comment what's going on in Gaza now. We always ask what we can do. If we can do physically, this is our job. Right? In the hadith said, if you have in your heart intention of jihad, and you die, you will get reward of jihad. So put in your hand, Allah, I wish I can go there and I'm with them. I do jihad with them. Of course, we cannot. But those people who are around them, like those kind of leaders, Allah will question in their judgment. You see your brothers, they're suffering, and you don't do nothing. Right? They block the air, they block the the cut off the water, the electricity. Sometimes when 2-3 days we didn't have electricity, water. Subhanallah. Right? Yeah. And the media in the West was very blind, just one side. And they tried to lie that the Hamas would cut the babies. There's not even no one proof. If they have proof, they will be. But if they just even lying, when Putin cut off the electricity and water, look at what you call the foreign minister said. This is barbaric. This is that we condemn. I know. They said they have right to defend. Defend what? Defend against what? Right? Yeah. So what I have to do, I mentioned, I have video. Right? First one, I think, have to increase your iman. Yes, we are upset, but believe me, because everything happened by Allah's knowledge. Allah knows. By His wisdom, by His mercy, by His power. Power. I know something will happen. That's how Iman is very important, right? Because in the Quran, Allah mentioned, Inna nasa qad jama'u, hey people, they mobilized against you. Fa fakhshawhum, so they had to be feared. What happened, Sahaba? Fazaduhum iman, their iman is increased. Oh, okay. And people in Gaza, I saw the small children. Let them come. Nobody said scared. Even small children, we are ready. Fazadum iman. But they said, Hasbunallah, Allah special for us. Wa ni'mal wakil is the best protection. This is dua that we need to read through. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. There's dua Prophet Ibrahim was going to put in the fire. Dua Rasulullah SAW in the battle of Uhud. We had also. Yeah, second one, very important, to do anything, especially with the media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you can give information to Muslim, to educate our children, because many of children who grew up here didn't understand, the case. Something might be they listen from, but from other side, I saw one Muslim, they was condemning what happened to Israel, right? So do something. Yesterday, Alhamdulillah, we have 1,000 people on the street. That's part of it. Number three is a boycott their product. Like McDonald's, I heard Starbucks. There's many companies that it. They're supporting Israel. Boycott. This is our right. Unless they judgment, Allah, I did something. Right? And the last one, dua. Don't belittle the dua. Right? So let's make dua inshallah for our brother Palestine. اللهم يا قوي يا متين يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا العرش المجيد يا رب العرش العظيم اللهم انصر إخواننا في غزة اللهم احفظ أهل غزة بحفظك يا الله يا رب العالمين اللهم عليك بالصهاينة الغاشمين الظالمين اللهم فرج جمعهم وشتت شملهم واجعل سلاحهم في صدورهم وكيدهم في نحورهم وتدبيرهم تدميرا لهم يا أرحم الراحمين يا مشرق البرهان يا قوي الأركان يا من رحمته في كل مكان احرس أهل غزة بعينك التي لا ترام وبنك الذي لا يرام يا الله اللهم افتح لهم فتحا مبينا واهدهم صراطا مستقيما وانصرهم نصرا عزيزا يا رب العالمين أنت القوي وأنت المتين وأنت القادر يا الله احفظهم يا الله اللهم اجعلنا من المجاهدين اللهم اجعلنا من المجاهدين اللهم اجعلنا من المجاهدين الصابرين اللهم أفرغ عليهم صبرا يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك التواب الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على رب العالمين